First battle is a PBR Wi-Fi battle, random battle. The second battle is a DS friend battle. Okay, so we'll start off with the PBR battle. I choose Jolteon, Vaporeon and Septown, lead off with Jolteon. However, my opponent actually does the same. They lead off with their and Jolteon as well. So yeah, we've got double Jolteon lead off. This person's Jolteon seems to be some sort of Jolteon counter. You'll find out why later in the video. But yeah, he started with a hidden power. It must be hidden power ground to be super effective from Jolteon. So yeah, that's a bad start for me. But at least get the substitute off. I was thinking since it's a speed tie, I should get like my turn first next, but that didn't have to be the case, and he got his turn again, which really confused me. But yeah, it all makes sense near the end of the video. So I bat and pass out, then bat and pass a Septile. I don't get the bat and pass a substitute, but at least I can bat and pass Septile. I just have to take an attack basically. So yeah, I go with Septile. Jolteon tend to carry hidden power ice and grass, so this hidden power ground just really threw me off in this match. But the one that has hidden power ground and probably Thunderbolt, I know Septile is safe, so I just go with Leaf Storm in case he does stay in, just to kill the Jolteon. But he goes out to use Meganium to resist it, and it does a pretty good job of doing so. So right here, I know I have to switch out. I can't do any more damage to Meganium basically. So I switched in Jolteon as Death Fodder because I thought it was going to be attack, but now that I think about it, there's no reason Meganium would attack. Meganiums really have a poor move pool as far as I remember now, and yeah, and to be honest, I don't. Meganiums tend to be the substitute, leech seed, you know, synthesis, protecting kind of things, like rules in other words. So I switch out my Septile here, switching to Jolteon, expecting it to get KO'd, and at least I get a fresh switching. But here, my opponent actually substitutes, and yeah. So right here, I have to try and break the substitute. So I've got hidden power ice, which I know should definitely break the substitute. So yeah, I go hidden power, and it breaks the substitute. But now my opponent is going to leech seed, and that's where it clicked. That this, you know, in the match where this Meganium, you know, obviously leech seed substitute. But right here, I kind of mispredict. Well, it doesn't turn out bad for me anyway. But I mispredict, think it's going to protect, and you know, if he's going to protect, then it will just storm me out with its leech seed. So I switch here to Vaporeon, thinking that, you know, since it's going to protect, might as well get switch out and protect Jolteon for a little while longer instead of letting it die to leech seed basically. So I switch out to Vaporeon, but my opponent actually doesn't carry the protect, which yeah, like I said, that was a big misprediction on my part. If I hadn't mispredicted, I probably could have KO'd that Meganium now and be out the way, and since Jolteon is coming too useful for the rest of the match. But he actually switches out, so I'm guessing he doesn't carry the protect, and he actually goes into his Jolteon. Her own Jolteon, sorry. So I decide to switch out, expecting the Thunderbolt, so I can just recover off it. But Jolteon actually goes for the Toxic, another move I really wasn't predicting at all. So yeah, he pulls it. That Toxic actually misses, and it's this next move that actually helps to determine that this Jolteon is actually scarfed. Since he goes for Toxic again, instead of actually just attacking with the power ground. And since it's scarfed, that's why I was always at speed with my Jolteon, and so basically this Jolteon is just a Jolteon counter in my opinion. So I pull off the hidden power ice, and I've still got enough HP to do damage. So I go with hidden power ice again, but he has to switch out now because he's stuck on Toxic. We didn't have to switch out, but you know, just to prevent as much damage as possible. So I go with hidden power ice, and that does decent damage to Meganium. So Meganium's at critical health, and then Jolteon goes down. But right here, yep, I switch to Septile. I know he's got enough HP to activate Overgrow, but I'm not even sure if it has an offensive attack, and even if it does, Septile will resist the grass attack. So I switch out to Septile, just go Dragon Pulse, just to, you know, hit it as hard as possible really. So Meganium goes down, and all he's got left is Jolteon and an unseen Pokemon. If he's in that Jolteon, I'm probably Actually, no matter what, I'm probably gonna have to switch out since Dragon Pulse isn't a very favourable move. I only did it because Beganian resists both grass attacks, obviously. So expecting dynamic punch, no god dynamic punch in match, so I switch out to Vaporeon to take the hit, and then hopefully KO his Sceptile next turn. But it turns out not to be a dynamic punching Machamp, but actually a sub-focus punching Machamp. So he pulled out the substitute, and yeah, I pretty much clicked on he's going to focus punch here. So I just go with Surf to do break the sub, and unfortunately, since he's in the substitute, he's going to survive. He's going to be able to pull off the focus punch anyway. But thankfully, my Vaporeon survives the focus punch. So it's a 2-hit KO basically, so I can get another Surfing before Vaporeon goes down. So since my Vaporeon is faster, I probably know he's going to substitute next turn. But I'm hoping he won't have enough HP to substitute if Surf does enough damage. So I pull off the Surf, and it does decent damage, enough to substitute anyway, but he has a Citrus Berry, so he has more than enough HP to pull off another substitute or two. So yeah, here goes the substitute, and I'm just going to Surf to break the substitute so Sceptile can deal with this Machamp next turn. So he puts up the obvious focus punch. I just go Surf. I know the point's going to go down, but at least after this, Sceptile can take over. I get a pointless critical hit, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the Machamp pulls up the focus punch, and Vaporeon's going to go down. But to be honest, pretty much here it's game, because I know that Jolteon does not carry Hidden Power Ice, and I mean that it can't really do a whole lot to my Sceptile. I know outspeed Machamps is not Choice Scarf, that I can kill with Energy Ball since it's at low enough HP. So he switches out here. I'm guessing he doesn't know how that my Sceptile's actually specs, so it's going to do tremendous damage to Jolteon regardless of its high special defense stat. So I just go with Energy Ball, and yeah, Jolteon goes down. So his last Pokemon is Machamp. Yep, like I said, it's pretty much game here since Machamp does not speed Sceptile, so I can just Energy Ball for the win. My opponent actually goes for Bullet Punch, I guess hoping for the critical hit, but even if it was a critical hit, it wouldn't have KO'd Sceptile. So yeah, good game. I really enjoyed that match. So we both had 2 underused grass Pokemon. We both had Joza, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, that's the first match out the way. The next match is coming up. Like I said, it's a DS friend Wi-Fi battle, and this battle that's about to come up is a classic example of when a really lucky start can just turn the tables of the game completely. So here I go for Jolteon, and they go into their Aerodactyl. I took a massive risk and go for substitute since I was risking the speed time, but thankfully I went first during the first speed time, and that just changed everything since I'm saving my sub, and I go with the Thunderbolt. It's focus slashed, but thanks to the speed tie, it's my turn to go first now. I just go with Hidden Power just because it switches out, but Aerodactyl goes down, so now I'm saving my substitute. And yeah, thanks to that tremendous first turn of me going first and that speed tie, it's really helped me out. So I go Hidden Power Ice. I probably might have the Yashi Berry, but I'll see my substitute, so that's safe anyway. But it seems that he doesn't, and Glasgow goes down. So he goes into his Slacking, and with my substitute, Jolteon's faster than the Slacking since it doesn't have Choice Scarf for anything. But yeah, I just go to the Thunderbolt, get a critical hit. It wasn't too important, to be honest, since yeah, I could just Jolteon can really take advantage of the Truant, especially since its Taunt just went out now, which was another very lucky on my part that the substitute went out there, meaning I could substitute on the switch. So I go with the Thunderbolt, and I'm not sure this was a misclick, but he actually nasty plots, which yeah, I'm not sure if that was the best move to make, but since now I can just carry it with Thunderbolt. So Infinite goes down, and his next Pokemon is actually Sizzle. Now I make quite a good prediction here. Well, it's not amazing, but it helps me out, I guess. So He goes with Bullet Punch, Invaders of the 2, and I go with Thunderbolt. Now I stay in thinking I'm expecting next Bullet Punch, and I have a very good feeling I'll survive the Bullet Punch, and because I do, PBR very activates, and now yeah, my Jolteon's like basically ready to sweep. So it's now the fastest Pokemon in the it's the fastest Pokemon out now, because my opponent doesn't have anything faster than Jolteon, so I go Thunderbolt here. It's going to KO anyway regardless, and his next Pokemon is Vaporeon. He probably wouldn't be able to survive the Thunderbolt without the PBR boost, but thanks to the PBR boost I can now KO it in one go. So he protects, I'm guessing just hopefully, I don't know, but yeah, I just go Thunderbolt and Vaporeon's going to go down. So good game, mate. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed.